think they've got to go real big on the new 4Runner for the camera system. It's once you've been off-road even a couple of times, you realize how important those cameras are, because the hood is so big on these trucks, especially with this hood scoop, which isn't even functional. It gets in the way of your vision, your line of sight for what you're trying to avoid, whether it's rocks or trees or tree stumps, anything like that. This is a big vehicle. It's not as bad as like a full-size truck or a Bronco or even a big Wrangler, but it's hard to maneuver when you're on these like tight campsites, these rustic campsites or campgrounds, or these off-road trails. So you need all the help you can get. I definitely wish this 4Runner had cameras. I think it would be huge. I was glad to see they at least added blind spot monitoring as well to the new one. I can't believe that wasn't on this vehicle, but it is what it is. I still love it. So anyway, that's me just rambling on and on. Hopefully I'm not boring you too much. I guess a lot of this stuff is things you might already know, but my overall opinion is that this is a really, really great vehicle. It's a great road tripper. It's a great camping vehicle. It's a great off-roading vehicle. I think this is the best all-rounder you can get, and I think a lot of folks in the off-road community would agree with me that it's the best combination of looks, capability, reliability, and comfort by far. I don't think anything else comes close. If you go with a Bronco, you're going to get better off-roading, but you're not going to get as comfortable a ride. And the Bronco's a bigger vehicle, and it doesn't have the cargo space. Very similar to the Wrangler. Like, Wrangler the Rubicon is awesome. It's probably the best off-roader overall, but you're not going to get as comfortable ride on these long trips, and you're not going to get the cargo space, and you're not going to get the reliability. So I think the 4Runner is the best all-arounder still, even with this dated design. But man, they could really knock it out of the park with the new version. I just hope that they're listening to their fans and their community, because most 4Runner owners love this thing, including me, but it's still just shy of perfection. With a few of these tweaks, this could be the best vehicle, the best SUV by far. So that's about all I got for now. I'm hoping to do some off-roading videos here soon. I'd like to see, how this KDSS equipped model with the KO2s kind of handles in some of the sketchier situations. I wish I had a little bit more underbody protection. I've got the sliders and the KDSS protection from RDS or from what the heck is the name of that? I can't remember the name. RSG off-road. So I'm pretty confident in the capabilities of the vehicle. I do wish it had more underbody protection and more like beefier skid plates, but I think I'm in a pretty good spot to at least start testing the limits of it. The KDSS version doesn't have as much ground clearance as the standard TRD Off-Road or TRD Pro, but I think with the added articulation and having the rock sliders and stuff like that, I think I'll be in a pretty good spot to get this real dirty and take it on some gnarly stuff. So I'm hoping to do that soon. And I know I owe you guys like a long-term review of the bike rack that I have, the Thule, and the sliders, and the tires. So I'm going to try to do some videos to cover all that stuff. I just wanted to take this time while I have hours to kill on the road to kind of gather my thoughts and talk about this first year with the 4Runner, this first 18,500 miles. And I'll just summarize by saying I've been very happy with this thing. I could potentially see having this for a long time, but I will probably be pretty tempted to get the new one when it comes out. As much as I love this one, if the gas mileage and some of the gadgets and the off-road capability is enough of an upgrade, we're still, kind of in the same price range, the same ballpark. I'm going to be very tempted to get the newest 4Runner when it comes out. So that's, I guess, how I'll summarize this. But I think this is, I would recommend this vehicle to almost anyone, unless you exclusively are driving in the city. This is not the right vehicle for living in the city and parking in the city. But if you live in the suburbs, or you live in the country, or you live near the mountains, and you do a lot of road trips and off-roading and camping and stuff like that, I think this is probably the best vehicle for the money that you can get. The only thing that I think is better than this 4Runner is the Land Cruiser, which they're not even going to make anymore here, and it gets worse gas mileage, and it's double the price. So that's how I feel about it. Hit me up with your thoughts and comments. I'm sure some of you are going to disagree with some of my opinions, and I'm sure some of you are tempted to get a Bronco, which I totally understand, or waiting around for some of these hot electric vehicles like the Rivian. There's some real cool stuff coming out, so I'm very excited about the truck market in general, the off-road market, and the camping market. I think the pandemic has really lit a fire under this industry, which was a long time coming. I think these auto manufacturers are getting pretty lazy there for a while. So I'm hoping that they really seize upon this opportunity to really dial in what the customers want the most and what they care about the most. Because let's be real, there's too many average vehicles out there. I can't believe some of these really average, underperforming, unreliable vehicles sell as well as they do. It's very unfortunate. And when those vehicles sell well, it just reinforces these companies to keep making average or worse vehicles. So I hope the pandemic and all this new competition in the truck market is going to force a new generation of higher quality vehicles that have more of what we want. There's so much about this 4Runner that I love, and if they can keep just fine-tuning it and iterating on this same kind of formula that they've been using, they could really turn it into something amazing. So I hope we get there. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening to me ramble about this vehicle for a while. And also, if you're already a subscriber, thank you. I hope you've been enjoying all of my mountain bike videos on the Front Range of Colorado. I'm having an amazing time. I'm also going to do a video on the Specialized status to talk more in detail about that bike now that I've put a lot of miles on it. I've probably hit like 60, 70 trails since I moved to Colorado just like 3-4 months ago. So I'm just having an amazing time. So thanks for visiting again if you're already a subscriber or return visitor. And there's going to be plenty of more mountain bike content to come, as well as 4Runner content. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because I love seeing that. It just motivates me to do more content. And I know you guys love this content because I love the content from other YouTubers. I can't get enough of these truck and mountain bike videos. I could watch them all day, every day, and I usually do. Big shout out to TFL. I watch so much TFL, man. I love that channel. You guys are awesome. Just in case you come across this, I'm so so glad you guys are out there. It made getting through this pandemic so much easier. You know, we all got to tune out of this, you know, terrible 24-hour news cycle of chaos and fear-mongering that we're stuck in. And things like YouTube and TFL, I think, are going to save us as a country. But anyway, I'm going to get off my high horse and not talk politics. But thanks for stopping by, guys. And I look forward to talking with you in the comments.